Let it be. சரியா
Psychologist. எல்லாருமே psychologist தான். எல்லாருமே psychologist. எல்லாருமே psychologist.
நீங்க எங்க இருந்தீங்க? எப்படி சொல்றீங்க?
Very good morning, Rajmohan.
Sir, very good morning, sir. Very good morning, sir.
I'm sorry I was a bit late.
No problem, sir. No problem, sir.
Yeah.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. This is Ilam Kumaran, sir. Good morning, sir.
Very good morning.
Yes,
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
This is
Good
Chandramohan.
morning.
Sir, good morning, sir. This is Muthukumaran from
This is Aisha, sir.
Yeah. Good morning. Good morning to everybody. Good morning.
Can we start, sir? Can we start, sir?
Yeah, why not? Yes.
Yes, sir. A pleasant good morning to all of you present here, especially the 27th batch MBA students of Alagappa Institute of Management and the present final year students of Alagappa Institute of Management. The most respected, dynamic, honorable Vice Chancellor of our university, Professor S. Rajendran is here, and another versatile, dynamic personality, Dr. Kalpana Gopalan is also here. Many other invited dignitaries, experts from different fields of business as well as academia are also here. Let us all celebrate this particular getting together to inaugurate the 27th batch of MBA of Alagappa Institute of Management. And before we start, let us all spend 1 minute of our time for a silent prayer. Let's all keep the goddess Saraswati, the Almighty, the goddess Tamil Thai, as well as the great founder of our university, Vallal Dr. R. M. Alagappa Chettiar in our mind, and be in silent prayer for 1 minute. Thank you. That's a great feeling. I feel energized because I feel the blessings of Tamilannai and our great founder, Vallal Alagappa Chettiar is with us now. And I now first request and invite our director as well as the senior professor of Alagappa Institute of Management, Professor S. Rajmohan, to welcome the gathering. Over to Rajmohan, sir, please.
Thank you, sir. Reviewed Vice Chancellor of the great university, Madam, esteemed Madam Dr. Kalpana Gopalan, respected professors, respected alumni from different universities, different industries, other dignitaries, students, friends, very good morning to you all. It gives me an immense pleasure to welcome the gathering. Before start my agenda, I wanted to say something about our university, institute, alumni, our teammates and friends. Our university actually is a very young university, and it is in down south. It is A graded A plus university, and number of credentials we have, and I don't want to say because our vice chancellor may highlights all that details, but anyhow I have to say it's a category 1 university. We got a category 1 status from MHRD, and we have autonomous status, and actually it's a clean campus award also we got, green campus award we got, and NRF ranking is concerned, we are in right position, and actually we have rendered some kind of service to the blind people. Due to them, we have been given an award, IBA award, Indian Association for Blind Award we got. Like this number of credentials, not only 1, 2, something like this. And this is 400 acres campus. This is in Sivaganga district. We have one more campus, Tondi campus, that is in Ramnath districts. Such a big campus we have. And actually Tondi campus, so we are offering fisheries and oceanography departments, actually the oceanography courses. And in addition to that, now it becomes a tourist spot. See, we have schools also here. This is only one university I can say strongly that we offer even from KG to PhD. Not only that, we have actually coaching center by name Study Circle. See, there we are giving coaching for people who are entering into government service, and all banking service, civil service, all services for them. We are giving coaching now. And in addition to that, actually, see, we have affiliated colleges, and we have good team here, and we are extending all kind of services to the local people as well as college affiliated colleges. And regarding our institute, I wanted to highlight something regarding that. See, this was established in the year 1994-95. Actually, 24 batches has been passed out, and 25th batches they are waiting for the results, and 26th and 27th batches we have. They are in our platform, and this is one of our well-renowned B schools in India. And we are giving like other B schools all kind of practical training we are giving to the children. And I am very proud to say that we have all clubs. So actually, that is student-centric activities. We have a number of clubs like finance club, marketing club, HR club, say even systems club. All clubs we have. We have actually faculty coordinator as well as student coordinators. And student coordinator for every club, actually we have president, secretary, and other people. They are making all kind of arrangements. And we have a strong alumni, and I can proudly say that it's one of the registered alumni which is registered in the Societies Act. And see, all the time our alumni, they used to think about our institute. And one of our alumni strength is that we have social initiatives. One concept we have, social initiative. They have fund, and whoever actually requests some kind of assistance, they are actually extending their help. It happened last year. Actually, we adopted one village by name Sakotai. Our children were there, and 3 days program actually. They stayed in the school. They asked us one help. See, actually, we just put a word to our alumni. They actually extended the help. We gave actually smart board to the school, and through our vice chancellor, and we gave that smart board. The children of the school are happy with that, and we are also happy with regard to the concepts. And this year also, actually, there is one alumni who did because of brain tumor. For that, our children, actually, the alumni, they wanted to help their son. Only one son he has, and for that they want to give some money to their family. They are collecting money, and they have fund also. They will give very shortly with the help of our Vice Chancellor. And one more fund they have, actually angel fund, something like this. Whoever want to start startup companies, and they are lending money, and just at free of cost they are giving money. And moreover, one more significance I wanted to say about alumni, that actually we have not asked anything, but alumni voluntarily came forward, and they are conducting alumni lecture series. This is a weekend program. All weekend we used to have alumni lecture series. Especially CEOs, president, and VP up to VP level, they are coming and sharing their thought. Children are happy with that, because the classroom teaching is different from that. For that, they are happy with this. And with regard to our Vice Chancellor, I don't want to say, because when I say the profile of that, it runs about pages. And sir basically from Chennai, born and brought up in Chennai, and did his schooling, colleges, everything in Chennai. And actually, he started his career in Bharatdasan University. He was there. Then sir became Vice Chancellor here, and he is guiding us and molding us in such a way. And we are actually, sir is taking the institute to the great height. One concept I wanted to say with regard to this: earlier there was no QS ranking. Only because of sir we know about QS ranking, and now our university is popular in all the country. We have rank both in world level, ASEAN level, all level we have. We are happy to work under the leadership of our Vice Chancellor. With this brief details, I extend a warm welcome to our Vice Chancellor, sir. Now I want to say something about our madam. Our guest, madam is Kalpana Gopalan, and actually she was born and brought up in Chennai. All her schooling and colleges were in Chennai, and I am very proud to say that she is the alumni of Stella Maris, both UG and PG program. She was the topper in the college, and followed by that, he has not stopped on academic side. She has got number of PGs, 3 PGs she got it, and followed by that she has done her PhD in IMB, Indian Institute of Management, Bangalore. She has done, and even for that she has given one award also. And regarding her administrative career, and remember, madam belonged to 87 badge, and number of achievements she made. We have seen her biodata, number of award, not 1, 2, 3, something like that. So those women normally used to have work in the house also. Even then, madam's achievement are innumerable. Even I have counted, and a number of awards she won, and number of plays she worked, and she was as collector during that period. Even government has given one award, it seems. With these brief details, I extend a very warm welcome to you, madam.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Vanakkam.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam. I extend all our teammates, all faculty members. I actually welcome our alumni, other student friends, and especially 26th and 26th aimers. Once again, I welcome all the friends. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir. That's a wonderful welcome address by our director, Professor Raj Mohan, sir. Next on the agenda is our Honorable Vice Chancellor's inaugural address. But before that, I would like to supplement the information provided by our director, because today we have got 2 doyens with us. our Honorable Vice Chancellor, who is a very popular historian, as well as a very popular administrator, and he was the founder director of Bharatidasan School of Management in Bharatidasan University. Madam Kalpana is also a historian. That's a news we heard from her, and she is also a doctorate in management. So we can
I am
drop
a student of history. I must correct you. I'm not a historian. I'm a student, a humble
yes,
student
yes.
of history.
Yes, ma'am, our Vice Chancellor always used to say, though he is in such a high position, he used to always say, I'm always learning. He also would love to claim himself as a scholar, as a student. And he is a book lover, and he actually encourages us to read a lot of books. That is one important thing. Another important parallel I draw between these two doyens, our Vice Chancellor, Professor Rajendran, as well as Madam Kalpana, is Edward de Bono's six thinking hats. Both of you have 6 hats on your head. As a practitioner leader, a policy maker, scholar, author, volunteer, and a social activist. All these 6 hats I find on both of your heads, and that is actually going to be an inspirational thing today for the budding management professionals. And whenever I think of our Vice Chancellor, I'm only reminded of Robert Frost lines, because I only see him as a Robert Frost, because Robert Frost beautifully wrote, "Miles to go before I sleep, miles to go before I sleep." So whenever we meet our Vice Chancellor, the kind of vision, the kind of future-oriented goals, objectives, guidance, whatever he tells us, every time we meet him, he will only show us the right direction and the right path and tell us that we have to work tirelessly. Miles to go before I sleep. That is what I remember whenever I meet our Vice Chancellor. Our Vice Chancellor is a very popular personality, not only among the policymakers, but also among the various cadres of the society. I am very happy and privileged to welcome our Honorable Vice Chancellor to deliver the presidential address.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ilankumaran, and very good morning, a warm good morning to everyone, and particularly our chief guest today, guest of honor, Dr. Kalpana Gopalan, IAS, and a PhD from IIM Bangalore. And she is the Additional Chief Secretary, Department of Youth, Empowerment and Sports, Government of Karnataka. I must say, kindly bear with me for behind the clock for a few minutes. I wish my clock runs faster than others, but unfortunately it is not so sometimes. And Professor Raj Mohan, the director of AIMS of Ayyappa University, and Dr. Ilankumaran and Dr. Raj Mohan, and all the illustrious panelists for today's program, and also the 27th batch of AIMS students of MBA, and all the other alumni of our AIM. And first of all, again, I would like to welcome joining hands with Raj Mohan to this program. I'm extremely happy to be part of this inaugural function. For one thing, and this is the 3rd time, if I remember correctly, I think Raj Mohan has to correct me if I'm wrong, and this is the 3rd time I'm inaugurating the AIM, freshers batch. And AIM has carved out a niche for itself in, Ayyappa University, not only in Ayyappa University, among the B schools in the state. Of course, as indicated by Dr. Ilankumaran, that I was also the founder director of Bharatidasan School of Management. Though he introduced me as a historian, I started my career as a futurologist. I joined the Department of Futurology, not history, to start with at Bharatidasan University. Then later on, I founded the Department of History. So that is also there, and then Social Exclusion Inclusive Studies. And then later on, I went on to found the Bharatidasan School of Management also. So more stints I had with other departments than with history. The brief stint that I had with history for about, 2 decades, and that elevated me to the member of ICHR for 2 terms, that is Government of India MHRD. And AIM, I must say, they have been doing a very good, performance. In fact, their performance at Ayyappa University is because whenever there is I've been monitoring the admission process. Normally, it is the demand and supply that determines the quality as well as the popularity of the department. So even when students seek admissions in colleges as well as higher education institutions like universities, what we find is the top universities, top colleges always filled up very quickly. Similarly, when we open our admissions, this year, a very unusual situation for us because there is no face-to-face interview of any of the candidates. But what we have done is we have opened the admission online. We asked the applicants to apply online. And to my own surprise, I must say, that we used to receive around 300 or 3,500 applications for about 1,500 seats for nearly 45 departments. But this year, strangely, we received 4,100 applications. Still, the applications are going on. And as usual, the AIM has received more than 350 applications for about seats of 60. And they were the first to fill up all the seats. This is it shows that AIM has definitely actually their presence is reckoned among the B schools in the state. And the students also, they would like to join AIM for one reason that I think I've always said whenever I inaugurated their seminars or the freshers program, the School of Management of Ayyappa University always takes my lion's share of my time. In fact, I spend more time with the management school because they have a humpty number of programs, a series of programs they plan for the entire academic calendar. And they have been inviting me at least 2 or 3 times a month. And sometimes I used to say, Dr. Raj Mohan and others, it is difficult for me to keep up with all the promises that I make with the management department. But their gentle as well as persuasive method, they used to say, sir, somehow you must come and just be there for a few minutes and go. And this is what they convinced, that is how they convinced me. But I never failed to be there with them. And another important thing is, they have a great legacy. They have a great legacy in the sense, the professors belonging to AIM, I think they have elevated this department to greater heights. And that is the reason why I must say that we should not always leave a legacy. We must always leave a lineage, and there should be a continuity. Legacy is what we just stop and we look back, but lineage is what there is a continuity. Continuity from the past to present, from present to future. So this continuity, if it is not there, no institution can grow. I think this is part of management also. And another important aspect that I always regard as one of the best features of best practices of AIM is among our university departments. The department which does their placement very systematically and provides placement to large number of students is the AIM department. There's no doubt about it. And when I looked into the records during the NAC period as well as after NAC, and every year Dr. Raj Mohan and his colleagues, they used to apprise me that how a large number of their students are well placed in different say organizations and companies. And I think once again, which means AIM has created this say name as well as a kind of an atmosphere and ambience, not only in their own department but also outside, which can be reckoned, and they are trusted. Their brand is trusted. It's like you have IIMs across the country. When you say a graduate of IIM, immediately you are rated high. Similarly, if you say a graduate of BIM, say your graduation is rated high. And similarly, AIM also has this particular phenomenon, for which I must say, and another important thing is today they have invited one of the erudite scholars and a scholar and a tried administrator in Dr. Kalpana Gopalan, IAS. When I was just going through and listening to what Dr. Rajmohan was saying, I think we miss the presence of Dr. Kalpana Gopalan in the academics also, because I could see that she has visited number of universities across the world, and she has been a researcher herself. She found time, in spite of busy schedule as an administrator, tried administrator, and she has been contributing to the realm of knowledge also. And I think they have been very good at inviting very renowned people as part of their programs, for which I should really congratulate Dr. Rajmohan. And as far as management goes, and I must say that what Dr. Rajmohan said, I endorse, because when I took up as Vice Chancellor in, say, June 2018, our H-index was 62. Normally, the institution's rating, academic rating, is always measured in terms of their H-index. And sometimes the faculty and the students and scholars belonging to science departments, they are much concerned about their H-index, individual H-index, as well as the H-index of their departments. But social sciences, as well as sometimes others, they excel in teaching, and they seldom give a thought to H-index. But these are the days when we always have to depend on ranking, because they say ranking is a performance index. Based on the performance, funding is done by MHR. So fortunately, today, Arizapa University has ranked second in the entire country as far as NAAC scoring is concerned. We have got 3.64 CGPA, standing next to one of the topmost state universities, among the state universities, and that is the Jadavpur University, Calcutta. And again, so because of that, we got 100 crores from MHRD under RUSA 2.0 scheme. And we have got, again, set in motion both hot component and soft component. Our research programs are very, very well recognized, very well pursued. And as a result, today, we have got 200 scholars being given fellowships, fellowship of ranging from 20,000 to nearly 75,000 rupees. And among these scholars, there is a urge to publish. Without publication, they have to prove their mettle by publishing. So as a result, our publication have gone up from 250 to nearly 900 publications a year. And the result is, net result is, and all these publications are done in, say, Scopus Index journals. So I made a plea to all the faculty members and deans that see to it that the faculty members as well as the scholars, they do not publish in here and there for numerical sake. Numbers does not matter, but they have to publish at least 2 articles in very reputed impact factor oriented journals and journals of reckoning like Scopus Index journals or Web of Science or social science index journals. And as a result, our H-index has moved from 62 to 79 in a matter of almost 1.5 years. I think that is the greatest achievement. Moving H-index is not a small measure which has been done. And I think, again, what Dr. Rajmohan said, among the Q-indexed Indian institutions, QS India has introduced a ranking in India. We stand 24th among the Indian institutions. Again, our NIR of ranking also is well within 40. So all these things, in spite of the fact this is geographically a kindly marginalized region, because as he said, I am from Chennai, then settled down in the center of Tamil Nadu, Tiruchirappalli, Kaveri Basin. Then I moved to deep south to Karaikudi, And Karaikudi, the jurisdiction of Karaikudi is Ramnad and Sivaganga districts, which are considered to be normally backward regions. The first generation learners are there, large number of first generation learners. 73% of our students are women students. We take pride in saying so. We take pride in saying so. And in spite of all these things, maybe situational disadvantages, our university is brushing shoulders with top universities across the, say, country. And I must say that the fresh batch of students, few things. One is, when you just get into management, you need to be a versatile personality. I think our chief guest today, Dr. Kalpana Gopalan IAS, is a good example of a versatile personality. And management is not glued to your own books. Keep your ears and eyes open, and also be practical and learn decision making. And that is what is much more important. And you must be versatile enough to know much more than what other branches of students learn. Sometimes knowledge becomes barrier for furthering knowledge, what we call epistemological barrier. Whatever is learned in the classroom sometimes need to be de-learned, so that when you go out into the society, your requirements may be something different. So you need to be a lifelong learner. That is what is much more important. What you learn in the classroom, what you learn in portals of an institution is certain rudiments and fundamentals. But you must always have this ability to update yourself. And today, we are in a knowledge society. And in a knowledge society, the knowledge is furthered at a rapid pace in whatever may be the branch of your profession. And if we are not going to update our knowledge, certainly we will be left behind. So this goes true for even management also. If the management becomes obsolete, if you are not going to take into consideration the requirements of the modern management concepts, definitely we will be left high and dry, and we will become really obsolete in the eyes of the organizations which surround us. And that is the reason why we must keep on learning in the sense not reading alone, but learning in the truest sense, updating and sharpening your skills all the time. And that is the reason why in the management world, the key concept today is lifelong learning. And also learning, there should be some concern for society and research also. Again, for this, I should say our chief guest is a good example. Though she is a very tried administrator, she has earned a PhD, she has from IIM Bangalore. So research and teaching always go together. And gone are the days when we say teaching is the only important thing, because the roots of good teaching are indeed nourished in the soil of research. If there is research is always furthered, and teaching also is always updated. So there is always a linkage between teaching and research. So this we should never forget. And that is the reason why both the faculty and researchers should have an eye for, say, learning something new and making it public by publishing articles. They must be encouraged to do these publications. When they go for internships, I think their research skills must be sharpened. And I must say that with these few words, I'm sure the batch 27 of AIIMS, definitely they will do well. I wish all of them a bright future, and welcome to AIIMS and Arizapa University. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. It was a very interesting and crystal clear address to the students of Arizapa Institute of Management 27th batch. And thank you very much for all your blessings, all your appreciations, and all your guidance to Arizapa Institute of Management, and also to the student community at large. Now we are moving on to the chief guest inaugural address. But before that, our Professor Rajmohan has already introduced Dr. Kalpana Gopalan, IAS from Karnataka government. But I would like to say few points which will help the participants understand what kind of a personality you are going to listen to. I already told you she has 6 hats, But after hearing from our Honorable Vice Chancellor, I understand that the hats are more in number, not 6. It is going to be more than 6. So she has, Madam Kalpana is actually joined public civil services in the year 1987, and a 32-year-long work experience in the Indian Administrative Service has helped her to hone her views on how the society should move forward. And her doctorate from Indian Institute of Management has also helped her to actually sharpen her managerial skills and showcase it to the younger generation through her motivational speeches. And whenever any academic institution or any charitable institution invites her, she readily agrees. So I only wonder how she is able to manage her time. That is really a tough task. And the most important achievement of Madam Kalpana is she is a Chawaning Gurukul Scholar of Institute of Development Studies, UK, a very prestigious scholarship. Chawaning Scholarship is a very, very prestigious scholarship. And she has got many other fellowships, accolades, certifications from many institutions and universities across the globe. Not only with IIM Bangalore, she is also a visiting fellow at ISEC, Institute for Social and Economic Change, Bangalore. And she herself associated with various charitable activities like Akshaya Patra Foundation in Bangalore. And she is being a technical advisor to the grassroots research and advocacy management. So I only feel that this is only a starting point of a relationship with such a dynamic personality. And we will definitely keep on inviting Kalpana ma'am in our various pursuits of excellence, because our Vice Chancellor has put Alagappa University on the global map by inviting experts from foreign universities. Around 150 foreign professors have visited our university for various activities and assignments under the invitation of our Honorable Vice Chancellor. But now we have found another interesting personality, Dr. Madam Kalpana Gopalan. I hope she will definitely continue to be associated with us in our pursuits of excellence. And now I request and invite Dr. Kalpana Gopalan to deliver the inaugural address. Over to Kalpana ma'am, please.
Vanakkam. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Rajendran, Dr. Raja Mohan, Dr. Chandra Mohan, Dr. Ilankumaran, faculty and students of the Alagappa Institute of Management. Good morning to all of you, and my appreciation to the organizers of the Alagappa Institute of Management for organizing this online event. At the outset, let me congratulate the 26th and 27th batch of MBA scholars for successfully crossing the threshold and entering the world of professional education. On the one hand, you are one step closer to the future of your dreams. On the other hand, when you enter the working world 1 or 2 years from today, it may well be unrecognizable thanks to COVID-19. Brace yourself. You will be tap dancing to the tune of your professors and faculty, even as you wobble with the seismic shifts at your feet. So, let me give you a peek into what your 2-year B-School sojourn will be and how to find your balance for that duration. You will be spending your days and nights of the next 1 or 2 years in lectures, assignments, group discussions, case studies, as your professors strive to make you adept in business and economics and marketing and operations research. The pressure cooker atmosphere of a management school will convince you that you have seen it all, done it all, nothing could be more challenging, nothing can daunt you anymore. You could not be more wrong. For all its hectic pace and agitated virtual classroom fireworks, you will in the next 2 years be living in a cocoon of privilege and a bubble of simulation. Despite its attempts at comprehensiveness, there are aspects that management education has simply failed to address. Even when it tries to do so, the westernized and Americanized curricula blinkers both student and teacher. When you are enthralled with the magic of markets, it takes some independence of thought and effort of will to realize that most of your fellow countrymen have little hope of actually entering that market. Since December 2019, these shifts have become more immediate, and living and working in a COVIDian world has brought its own set of challenges. I recall Hamlet's words to Horatio in Shakespeare's play Hamlet. And I quote here, "There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy." This is true of management education, in fact, of most higher education in our country. What should your management education be? Should it prepare you for life in a corner office or for life in capitals in its totality, richness, and variety? Whether you will emerge from these portals as an efficient manager, a great leader, or a well-rounded human being depends mostly on you. Let me give you a few pointers to help you along your way. My first suggestion to you is do a reality check every day. Whatever you read, whatever you are taught, reference it to the world that you know. Many lessons that our textbooks teach us may not be valid in an Indian scenario. Ask yourself why. When I was in IIM Bangalore as a master's scholar, India was discovering good packaging. Stylish packaging was all the rage. My marketing professor showed us the example of an excellent perfume produced by Khadi Gramodhyog Bhavan. That is in Chennai. Ninga pona ipo kuda paakala. It is called Javad. Tamil Javad nu solvanga. His claim was that the product was good, but it would not sell because it was sold in a simple glass label with a simple label. It was a glass bottle with a very simple label. I argued with him. My contention was that the excellence of the product was more critical to attract the intelligent customer, regardless of the packaging. Today, the world is coming round to my point of view. In a cost-cutting scenario, over-packaging is considered superfluous and environmentally unfriendly. Superficialities, and I'm not just talking about fancy packaging here, become even easier to market in a scenario of online commerce, which will expand even more in the era of social distancing and lockdowns. So, every theory you study, cross-check it with what you know. Test it against the touchstone of actuality and experience. Develop models that work for the Indian reality. Second, you need to prepare yourself to face the challenges of the working world. Whether you are new to the workplace or a seasoned employee, problems occur at work. We live, work, and study in a hyper-competitive world. We believe that the best way to get ahead is to pull down our peers. Very soon, everyone's energy will be spent in safeguarding themselves or intriguing others against others. When we fail, and fail we inevitably will, frustration and depression follow. Managers burn out in their early 40s. You will enter the working world at a time when COVID-19 brings fresh challenges. It looks likely that the brick and mortar organization with a cohort employee group will be replaced by loose networks of freelancers in a gig economy. You may not belong to a McKinsey or a Wipro. Instead, you may well peddle your expertise across different organizations and earn remuneration from all of them. Just think of a doctor. He is attached to one hospital, but he consults in many and is paid by all the hospitals. So most of you managers, engineers will be in a similar situation. A gig economy necessitates that our work environment becomes more collaborative than competitive, with a greater acceptance of mistakes, with a consultative process of decision making, and a focus on those time-tested values that our parents practiced but we have forgotten. Hard work, contentment, persistence, self-reliance, resilience. These will stand you in good stead in the ups and downs of your career. Third, and my final point, realize that you have a greater responsibility. You are fortunate that you are here as a student of AIM. You are fortunate to get a professional education. It feels good to be a big fish in a small pond. But unless the pond is rejuvenated by your contribution, it will run dry, and fish, both big and small, will simply cease to exist. The immediate future, as you complete your MBA and step out into the working world, will see a widening of economic inequality and a sharpening of the digital divide. Let us say you get into education technology. What is the point of being an edutech executive if over 50% of your students do not have internet access? After all, technology should be a tide that raises all boats, not just your boat. Give back, therefore, in any way you can. Adopt a village, educate a child, each one teach one, volunteer for the NSS. There are multiple ways in which you can simultaneously give and grow as a human being. Explore these opportunities and practice them without self-promotion or publicity. Hold on to your integrity for all your worth. Ethics is taught in the classroom nowadays, but for you, it should go beyond into every decision that you make, every step that you take. Just 3 messages for you today. Do a reality check, prepare yourself for a changing work world, and give back to society. I have no problems if you want to join the rat race. Do so by all means if you are truly convinced that you are a rat. But I don't believe that you are here to become rats. I believe that you are destined for greater things, to be great leaders, to be great human beings. Fulfill that promise of your greatness. Good luck and thank you all. Jai Hind.
Now Dr. Chandramohan may propose a vote of thanks.
Thank you, sir. Respected and our most distinguished chief guest of the day, Dr. Kalpana Kobalan, IAS, our distinguished, honorable, respected Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Rajendran sir, our beloved Director, Professor, Senior Professor Dr. Rajamohan sir, and my dear students, and faculty members of Alagappa Institute of Management and other faculty members of the university, and our research scholars of AIM and 26 AIMers of our institute. I consider it a great privilege to propose a vote of thanks to all the dignitaries who have witnessed it as a memorable and successful inauguration of the 27th batch of Alagappa Institute of Management. Dr. Kalpana Kobalan, IAS, Additional Chief Secretary, Department of Youth Empowerment and Sports, Government of Karnataka. Our first gratitude is due to you for the excellent inaugural address with which you have inaugurated the 27th batch of Alagappa Institute of Management. On behalf of Alagappa University, Alagappa Institute of Management, I extend my gratitude to you, ma'am. Thank you for your inspirational speech to our students. Thank you, ma'am. I take this opportunity to express our sincere thanks to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, the historian, Colonel Professor Dr. N. Rajendran sir, the dynamic and flexible person in all the academic matters for gracing this great occasion. His presence today in this function has immensely enhanced its importance. We are extremely grateful to you for your insightful address, sir. Very thankful, sir. I express my deep gratitude to our respected director, Professor Dr. S. Rajamohan, sir, for guidance to us in all our activities, ensure that we always do the right things in the right way. Thank you, sir. I am happy to express a lot of thanks to our staff members and all the people who have made it a success. I would like to thank 27th batch of Alagappa Institute of Management and wish you all success in your journey as MBA students in Alagappa Institute of Management, Alagappa University. And thank you all your cooperation. I once again thank our own faculty members, all the participants, the 26th AIMers and the 27th AIMers. Once again, I wholeheartedly thank one and all to attend this grateful inaugural function of Alagappa Institute of Management. Thank you, one and all. Have a nice day.
Thank you, madam. Thank you for joining us.
My
Nice
pleasure.
meeting you. Nice meeting.
Pleasure meeting you too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, madam.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Chandramohan. Thank you so much.
With your blessings, definitely we are touch with you, madam. One day,
Please.
please visit us and give the direct address to our students.
I would love to
Please.
do so. Yes.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. Kind of, madam.
Thank you, Kalpana ma'am. This is
Thank you.
Aisha Miller.
Thank you, Dr. Aisha.
Thank you, ma'am.
Pleasure to meet you. Hope to meet you all sometime. I'm happy to associate with the
Sure, ma'am.
university.
Sure, ma'am.
Anyway.
We will invite you in another for other function, ma'am.
Sure,
Just
sure.
because of your women, and you are going to motivate our students, women students. Thank you for your presence, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Jaraja Mohan. Very kind of you and very well organized. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam. Actually, this year, actually, you have one IAS who is as conductor, it seems, madam. Conductor become IAS, madam.
Oh, okay. Wonderful.
Who belong to Karnataka, madam? Bangalore. He is working in corporation bus.
No. That was a fake news. That was that did not. That did come in the news, but that isn't true.
Okay.
That was fake.
Right. Thank you, madam. Thanks a lot, madam.
Thank you. Great pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you all. Thank you so much. Bye.
26th and 27th AIMers. Now we have break. You please come back at 11:30. We'll start our program from 11:31. Have break. Aswini?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Inform to other children that you ask them to back at 11:30.
Sir, both 26th and 27th AIMers?
Both.
Okay, sir. I'll inform them.
Right.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
கரெக்டா முடிச்சாச்சு 11 பரவாயில்ல ரைட் பேட்ச் அப்படியே பண்ணிடலாம். ஏசி தான் கொரோனாவே வரும்னாங்க. ஏசி போட்டு போயிட்டாங்க. என்ன செய்யுது வீட்டுல பையன் எப்படி இருக்கிறாங்க? சரியாயிட்டாங்க. இன்னும் இது இருக்கு. அம்மா சைஸ் நேற்று விஜய் பேசினா நம்ம இந்த டைட்டில் பற்றி பேசினாங்க. நான் தான் கால் பண்ணேன். அப்பா வந்து சொல்லிட்டு இருந்தான் இந்த மாதிரி ஒன்றும் இல்லை சார், நான் என்ன ட்ரை பண்ணேன், எனக்கு ஒன்றுமே அதில் ஐடியா இல்லைன்னா. சரி நாங்கள் பார்த்துக்கிறோம் அப்படின்னா. சரி சார், நல்லா பண்ண சொல்லுங்க சார், சீக்கிரம் படிக்க சொல்லுங்க, நிறைய ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி இருக்குது, வேலையெல்லாம் ஒரு ப்ராப்ளமே இல்லை, இங்கேயே கூட வரலாம். இப்போ 2 பேரும் வந்துட்டாங்க. சரி சார், அதனால நம்மளே சொல்லலாம் இந்த மாதிரி பிஹெச்டி அப்படின்னு சொன்னால் ரெஃபரன்ஸ் சொன்னால் உடனே பண்ணுவாங்க. என்ன டைட்டாக இருக்குது, பட் இது பெரிய எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ். வெளியில் போய் நம்ம வேறு இடத்துல ஒர்க் பண்ணுறதுக்கு பெரிய இது ஒரு நல்ல சோர்ஸ். ஆனால் நல்ல சோர்ஸ் இது. ஆனால் நம்ம இந்த மாதிரி ஏபிடிசி ஜேர்னலில் இல்லை அந்த மாதிரி ஸ்கோப் கோர்ஸ் இப்படி போனால் தானே நம்மளுக்கு இருக்கும். அதனால அவங்ககிட்ட போயிட்டு டீச்சிங் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் ஏற்கனவே கெயின் பண்ணிட்டீங்களே, மறுபடியும் போய் அவன்கிட்ட என்ன புதுசாக இது பண்ண போகிறோம். பட் இருந்தாலும் சம்திங் வந்து நம்பிங்க. நல்ல பேக்கேஜ் கொடுக்குறாங்க. இப்போ 2 பேரும் வந்து ரா ஹேண்ட் தான், வெறும் MBA முடிச்சு 2 வருஷம் இண்டஸ்ட்ரியில் இருந்து வந்துருக்காங்களா. அவங்க தான் ஃபேக்கல்ட்டியா. எவ்வளோ சம்பளம் தெரியல அப்படின்னு. டிசம்பர் இல்லைன்னா கம்பெனி விட்டு அங்கே வருவாங்களா. சரி சாப்பிடுங்க சார். இது அப்படியா, எல்லாத்தையும் கொடுத்துறானே இப்ப பரவாயில்லையே. அதான் அவன்கிட்ட உள்ள நல்ல பழக்கம். மித்தபடி மோசமான பழக்கம் வேற பக்கம் தான் இருக்கான். நல்ல பழக்கம் வந்து இதுதான் சரி. அவங்க குடிக்க மாட்டாங்க. அவங்க ரேவதி நல்ல பையன் தான். ரேவதி மூவிங் அவுட். சந்திரமோகனுக்கு வந்து இது கிடைச்சிச்சு, டிஸ்ட்ராசஸ் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் எடுத்தான். இன்சார்ஜ் கிளாஸ் எல்லாம் எடுக்கிறேன்னு சொல்லிட்டாப்புல அவர். ஆமா, அவர் மாதிரி. இப்பைக்கு நான் என்ன சொல்லிட்டு, இந்த செமஸ்டரோட ஓட்டிருங்க, அடுத்த செமஸ்டர் நீங்க ரொம்ப கான்சென்ட்ரேட் பண்ணுன்னா சொல்லிருங்க அட்வான்ஸா. எங்களுக்கு அடுத்த செமஸ்டர் நீங்க பிபி மட்டும் எடுத்தா போதுங்க. சரி மாதிரி. இந்த செமஸ்டர் 2 பேப்பர் தெரியல. அட்மிஷன் வந்து இவன் போய் என்ன பண்ண போறான் பாருங்க. அவங்களுக்கு ஒண்ணு நல்ல இது இளம்பரம் பெஸ்ட் தான். அந்த புஷி டைப். மற்றபடி இவன் போய் என்ன, எனக்கு ஒன்றும் போய் அப்படி பேசி யார்ட்டையும் நல்ல ஒரு பெரிய இதுவும் கிடையாது. ஆடியோ மியூட் பண்ணு. இது